Hey, what's happening, everybody? Sunday, time for another episode of Selling Past Your Expiration Date. Being thrifty over 50, how the heck are you? I'm one half of JPEG. I'm the J.
I'm the Peg. Hi, everybody. Good to be back.
What is happening, Ma?
Well, we finally got a break in the weather in Ohio. I mean, it is gorgeous here. The humidity has left. We're in the 70s, not in the 90s with 100 heat index. Oh my God, it was terrible. Just terrible. Well, you know, you were with us up in Lake George, and it was pretty crucial around here. I gotta say, yay.
Yeah, that's how it is kind of right here, right today. Our clouds rolled in yesterday for a little bit of monsoon weather. So right now it's 101, but flood advisory for the next 15 minutes because of and lightning was striking behind my house, and humidity 20%, which doesn't sound like a lot to you guys out east.
Yeah,
but when it's 101 and 20% here, holy crap.
Oh, that's really rough. Well, I'm just kind of peeking over at the chat, and Debbie says she loves my blouse, which my son didn't notice that I have on today.
I didn't. I've been so busy getting the show ready.
I know. Well, I have to give props to my son because he gave me this gorgeous blouse, which has got South Pacific all over it, which, of course, Mom's favorite, and, you know, way back when. And one part of my home is loaded with South Pacific. I have a certain corner that all my South Pacific albums are, and any memorabilia I find from South Pacific I keep. So when Jason gave me this blouse, I was very thrilled, and I thank you very much. So he gets all the credit. I'm just wearing it.
And what brand is that shirt, Ma?
Oh, I didn't even look. I forgot. Is it a Kahala?
No, Rain Spooner.
Oh, Rain Spooner. Okay. Honey, I just was interested in the outside print.
And yes, I may look a little different today. I'm test driving some new contacts. So
I know. When I looked at him, I said, "Oh, you look so different without your glasses."
Now, my contacts, me and contacts haven't gone together so well yet. Last time I put them in, I lost both in the same day. Like they fell out at some point. I never saw them again.
Now, I've never heard of them falling out, Mom.
They're not there. I put them in, and we poked around my eye for 20 minutes, and they were not there. So,
are you sure they were in?
Oh yeah, they were in.
Oh, okay. Because
I can see them.
I've done it.
They're in again, and they've been in for hours today. So far, so good. And the only reason I really want them is because I have a lot of fun sunglasses. And I don't want to spend the crazy money to get them changed to lens sunglasses.
Sure.
And so the only way to combat that is contacts. But my eyes are so messed, and they're each messed differently than the other. That contacts just fixes it a little bit. So like everything ain't clear right now, but it's better than not. So
well, it's not clear because the Mom, of course, wears contacts. Now, here's what I've done a couple of times. I've put two contacts in one eyeball. And I'm driving down the road and everything's blurrier than hell. I'm going, what is this? And, not to know. Then one got stuck so bad, I actually had to go back to the eye doctor for her to dig it out. I just couldn't get it out. So those things do happen. But on the whole, I've been wearing mine for years, and I like my contacts, especially if you go snorkeling and everything. You can wear your contacts. You know what I mean?
So can you swim with contacts? That's how new I am to contacts.
I do. Yeah.
So they don't just like float out of your eyes?
No.
All right. Well, these are the things I'm learning.
At least Mom has. I mean, I don't know about other people, but All
right. So I will address MT Nesty said my alert didn't work. I accidentally had it set for 6 p.m. my time.
Yeah.
So up until 2 minutes ago, I had the alert would go off in 3 hours. So I seem to have a problem with always getting my times correctly. So apologies for that.
See, Matt Stoll says he swims with his contacts in all the time.
Oh, that's good to know. I thought you had to take him out before you went in the pool.
No. And plus, when you snorkel, there you are. You still got good vision, so you can see, Oh,
yeah, it's not bad. But I even asked him about LASIK, and he said, no, your eyes are such a mess individually of each other that LASIK won't even fix you. So I'm like, all right.
Okay. Well, that's
I've got like trifocal, and then ones because I have to have two different contacts. I have to mark them left and right when I get them because my eyes are so different.
Right.
So thanks, Mom. That's all your fault.
Well, maybe not. Maybe it's on the other side.
My feet are completely different sizes from each other. Thanks, Ma.
I don't think it's my side. It's your dad's side. Blame him.
Oh, it's Dad's fault?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's tricky to wear shoes when your left foot is a 12 regular and your right foot is a 13 extra wide.
Wow. That is Yeah.
Because the
Wow.
left shoe is always sloppy. Because I got to fit the right foot, you know. So.
And how are you feeling since your shot? I know you had your shot earlier.
I had 2 shots in my spine on Monday. I get it once a year. Funny enough, I found the paperwork last year. It was last week or next week, so it's almost exactly once a year.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, pretty good. Pretty good.
All right.
So
good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah. All right. So here's what we're talking about today, because something that Mom and I can both yammer on about, and that is vending at a place like a flea market, or in this case, Mom and I and Big Daddy and Staci vended at a tiki event last weekend in upstate New York, and setting up a booth at a flea market or even your own garage sale. There is a skill to it.
There is.
And those who don't do it well don't reap the rewards of increased sales. So
yeah, the appearance of the booth is humongous, and you have to do it right. You got to do a good job. You know, you just don't throw it out there on the table and just let it go. And I've been to garage sales and flea markets like that, where the junk is just thrown every which way, and it looks horrible, just horrible. You can't get through it. You know, half of the stuff isn't even marked with pricing. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I don't like to go
so tip number one for Mom is price everything. And
everything.
You know, when you're younger and hungrier, you'll get on your knees, you'll dig through stuff, you'll dig through tables that are a mess. As I get older and my back's worse, like, look, if it ain't all nice and neat and priced, and like, I'll just move. I don't care. I have enough stuff to work on anyway. I shouldn't be vending or thrifting. But if you set it up nice, I'm more apt to pay more, not pay more, but spend more, because it's easier to shop. It's easier to pull. When I have garage sales and I'm selling 1,000 crappy CDs, the one thing I do that no one else does is I put them all facing the same way. Yeah. So when you go look through records or CDs and half of them are turned the other way, it's a pain in the ass.
That's another one. That's a great tip, because Mom hates that. I'll start to go through the albums, and sometimes they got the entire crate turned the wrong way. They don't even bother to get that turned the right way. And then the albums are every which way. That is, you know, when I come into that, I give up. I say, you know, I'm not going to waste my time.
And here's all that takes. Things like records, like CDs. If you've got a kid, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, that job can be done in front of the TV. Here, just in this box, turn all these the same way. So it's easy to shop. That is not a hard thing to accomplish. Right. But get it done.
I know. I mean, that just tiny little things make your booth so much better than your neighbor, especially if you're at a flea market type situation.
All right, now we have a bunch of pictures of a few different events. So here's Staci in the corner of our booth. We had a 10 by 20, which was 2 10 by 10s together. And so Mom and Dad had the front half, and Staci and I had the back half. We pretty much just cut it in half.
You're cute.
I wasn't taking these pictures thinking we'd be doing the show, but this is what I got. And as you can see, the T-shirts on the table to the right are laid out nice and neat. I have purses hanging from the tent covering, so we're using the available space. I've profiled a few cool shirts on the other side. Our good friends Julie and Chris Brown brought up those little crates and the shelf in the background, so I can give my mugs 2 levels. And so it makes it easier to shop. It's spaced out. Now our tables weren't maxed out in space because we flew, so we could only bring so much. Mom and Dad drove, they could bring more. But here's our angles, our shot of our clothing. So we had 4 clothing racks, and we split it men's and women's.
And please notice, everybody, that we use sizing markers for the sizes of the clothing. That is crucial to have those. You should always have them. Even if you make your own. I've got some homemade ones that I have made out of cardboard, just so I can have the sizes lined up.
Yeah, and no one does that. No one takes the time to put the clothes in size.
Nope.
And although sometimes all of us will garage sale just for things to flip, so sizes really doesn't matter. Sometimes we're just shopping for ourselves, and so I don't want to weed through 72 small T-shirts to find the 1XX. Make it easy. It is more work on us, but it helps people shop, because I watch the big boys come into my booth and go right to the big boys section. Right.
And I'll tell you this, and I know we have said it 1,000 times on all of your shows, Jason. Big sizes sell, and they really do. I mean, I don't have any large 2X and up men's shirts left. Sold all mine. Yeah. So look at this shopper in our booth.
Yeah, and say when you have events around a resort, I'm putting resort in quotes because it's an old motor lodge, but we're around the pool. So our first customer was wearing a pretty much a mesh bikini.
Yeah, I know this girl. That's her every year. She walks around in her bikini constantly, no matter where she's at. And her boyfriend or husband, I'm not sure which, he's always dressed in full garb, suit jacket, cowboy boots, long pants. In that heat, he was still dressed like that. It was so bad. And there she is, in her little bikini, and he's dressed from head to toe.
And Mary in the chat said it perfectly. And I've always felt this way, always 100% felt this way. Goodwill versus Savers, that's where Savers wins. And the thing about Goodwills are, they're not owned by a corporation. They're franchises. So that one person will own all the Goodwills in Southern Nevada. One will own them maybe in all of Ohio or half of Ohio. But no matter who owns them, they're always a mess. They don't have a double X section. They put all the double and triple X's in the X. And Savers always, now people complain that Savers prices are a little bit higher, but Savers is always clean and organized, no matter what Savers you go to, with the sizes, makes it easy to shop. I will pay a little more money for ease of shopping. Always.
I agree, honey. Totally. Because I walked into one, not just about a week ago. I said, and all the sizes all mixed in. I was horrified. I said, oh, this is terrible. Didn't like it. They do it by color. They put all their clothing by color.
Yep.
Which is okay, but that's not for me. Not for me.
Now, Debbie said, Debbie's in the chat taking the questions. Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Deb.
Said having it in the sizes gives people more time to shop the rest of your booth. You're right, because they don't got to dig. That's right. I didn't even thought of it from that angle, Debs. Yeah. That's right. They go right to their size. They got something or they don't. Now, here's the next tip. This is the modern day mirror. Mom and Dad didn't have space to bring a mirror. I think Chris and Julie were bringing one, and then it broke.
Yes.
And of course, we couldn't fly with one. So what you do is the customer tries on the dress. You snap a picture of the front and the back, and then just show the customer.
Right.
And we sold a lot of stuff just taking pictures and then showing the customer. I know. And I had my iPad, which is rather large, and so I could show them, and then you can zoom in. And it didn't always work because sometimes people are like, "Yeah." But she loved this dress. It fit her perfectly. And it helped sell it, the fact that I took her picture and was able to instantly show her. So that is the modern day vending in the field or behind the pool mirror.
Yeah, that was great. That was a super idea. And it worked quite well for all of us. Yep, we liked it.
And she didn't want to put this on, but she didn't want to see. She pulled it out to see how it was underneath her boobs around her waist. So I took this quick picture and I showed it to her, and she ended up buying this dress, and it looked amazing on her. She wore it the next day.
Yeah, she did. Very pretty.
Oh, she vended in it. She's a vendor. She was wearing it the next day for vending.
Oh, yeah, she was. That's right. That's right.
Don't tell her I didn't wash it.
Oh, oops. Yeah, I've worn things right from the Goodwill or Savers or whatever. I didn't care. You know what I mean?
And there's the shot from outside the booth looking. So that's looking through Mom and Dad stuff to our friendly neighborhood bikini shopper in the back.
Right. And of course we had to use, our tablecloths were Hawaiian and tropical, because you want to fit the motif. And I use that a lot when we do ours. But, getting back to the crates that Julie and Chris brought for us, that is really a nice depth perception, when you are setting up a booth, because it does give you, more room for one thing to have, your items up above as well as below and in the cubby holes of the crates. It's just a nice effect. I really like it. And again, big thank you to Julie and Chris for hauling those for us. I appreciate that.
And Mary's got a great question. Yep, Mary, we had 2 pop-ups. So Chris and Julie brought us one. Thank you guys. And Mom and Dad brought the other one. So yeah, and you they made us have a pop-up, and thank God, because you couldn't do it without it. The heat. Plus, once you have the pop-up, you can hang things on the pop-up. So that's always a bonus area to hang stuff.
For sure.
Now, here's my next tip. When you're selling something like I'm trying to sell this $30 tiki, make sure 100% of the time you take off the $10 saver sticker off the bottom.
I've done it, honey. I mean, I know I've been there too.
Now, I did sell the tiki for 30, but I caught it myself. I was just kind of rearranging the table, and I'm like, oh, whoops.
You know what I found after we got home? Inside my one of my purses, there was my Savers tag in the purse. So if anybody did look at that purse, and I can't remember if they did or they didn't, my tags and my notes were in the purse, Nice. Jeez, oh man.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about, because this was a 2-day event that we had to break down. So talk about a little bit about breaking down and setting back up. So any tips and tricks you can offer in that vein?
it was a shame that we had to do that because we vended for 2 days on Friday and Saturday, and they had no security, which we definitely let them know after we were through that, for improvement, so your vendors don't have to totally tear down. So basically, what we did is we set up all on Friday, and in the excruciating heat. I mean, it really was tough. And then that night when we closed up, we only sold for about 3 hours that day. We had to tear everything down except the tents and the tables. We were allowed. I mean, we took everything off the tablecloths, right down to the bare bones, practically, except for the tents. So as we packed it back into the car, I really tried to organize myself, in keeping all my sizes together and putting all the things in the boxes the same way that I took it down, you know what I mean? So that when I took it out of the crates again to set back up for the next day, I was pretty much, ready to go. So, that's kind of.
And then take your clothes off in size,
right?
Fold them over, plop them back in the car, and then when you're done,
right.
Next morning.
Yeah. So you just lift up the whole shebang and put it back on.
Doing a 2-day event's a lot of work. Setting up day one because you don't know what the setup's going to be until you start to put it out. It's longer. But tearing down day one, restarting day two, it's easy because you know where your stuff's going.
Right.
And if you sold a lot, then you can space it out a little bit more, make it even easier to shop at this point.
And we did, and by setting up, even though the 2 days was a lot of work, by setting up the first day, everybody's hungry to shop. So we definitely wanted to be out there on Friday because, you're going to get the shoppers. And we did. We had a very good day on Friday. A good day Saturday, not as good as Friday, but definitely well worth it because the shoppers are ready and they want to spend. So we had to do both days. It was just a must.
Now, this is from another tiki event I did by myself. I had a 2-hour setup window. Woo. So I had 2 booths and I cheated a little bit off the back end. So here was the long shot. This is us getting there at 7 a.m. I think we started at 9. And then this is the shot this way. So this is my booth. And I was happy that I was at the backside of this tent because, again, you're going to see in a second how I used the tent. So by the magic of YouTube, bam, there it is. That's 2 hours later, all by myself.
That's a lot, Jason, by yourself. It really is.
So I had 2 booths. On the right, I had tables straight across set up with, and I'll show you more close up in a second, with a bunch of tikis. Then I had a walk-in booth area, and then I had the clothing rack on the back. I took all the good specialized shirts that I was selling and dresses and hung them up with big little why they're cool. Why they're cool.
That's a good point. No, I haven't done that before. We might be doing the Tiki Underground Flea Market again in September.
Cool. So
I just might have to do that. What do your tags say? What do you have on them?
Oh, well, like this dress furthest to the right was a 1970s Association of Realtors dress, like those. So if you worked in Hawaii as a realtor, this was your outfit. And then the one to the left was a Shaheen. And I had an Elks Club shirt up there. So in big letters with big prices. Now, they were the high ticket dollar items, but I was profiling them.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to show off what I had.
Right.
And, this particular one, I was selling Dirk Verman's collection of tikis from his tattoo shop. Now, Dirk Verman is my friend and my tattoo artist, but he was also the star of A&E's Bad Ink. And so I advertised the fact that I'm selling his collection. So people not only wanted to buy the stuff because it was cool tiki stuff, they wanted to buy the stuff from the TV guy. Now, I was on TV at that point too. So basically you're coming to my booth to buy stuff from 2 different TV guys. Yeah.
Well, that's really cool though. I mean, nice setup by yourself.
There's my backdrop.
Very nice.
And then here is looking towards it. Now, as you can see, I had shirts hanging on. There was a booth divider from the person next to me. I leaned around, went, do you mind if I hang stuff on the back of your little booth divider? And they're like, yeah, no problem. So I didn't mind the fact that they kind of closed off their booth to me, that we didn't flow, because I had more surface space to hang cool shit.
Yeah, no, that's nice. That's a nice feature.
And then there's my walk-in area. So you can see all the mugs and glassware and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, good stuff, Jace. Very nice, honey. Good setup.
Now, we'll throw it back to you because here's a garage sale. So same kind of concept. So this is just a personal garage sale, but you still want it to be easily shoppable.
Right. This is my sister and I doing a garage sale. And as you can see, we put all of the nice purses together. They have more high-end clothing, my sister and her daughters and what have you. and there's a lot of different big names in there. As you can see, Michael Kors, and I think she's got Juicy Couture and some Lily Pulitzer stuff. So you do want to sectionalize it. Don't just scatter it and throw it all over. You want to put, like you said, here we are, all of our shoes together, and then we had all the purses together. And so you just want your setup to look good. Look at the shoes there. I mean, there's some gorgeous shoes.
Let me ask the audience. Okay, we got 84 of you watching live. Hi, everybody. Make sure to give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you're watching that after the fact, love you too. When's the last time you went to a garage sale and the shoes weren't on the ground?
Right.
I know it's easy to put shoes on the ground. I know it's easy to put the box of books on the ground and the box of records. I try and put as much stuff on tables as humanly possible.
Right.
I've been to garage sales, 0 tables, and I'm thinking you have to have a kitchen table or a dining room table or a table out back by the pool or a folding table. You don't want to put any of them out here?
Right.
We're shopping on the ground?
And you know what I've also done, Jason, too, when I do garage sales, honey, and we have shoes, especially a lot of shoes, I have a chair available so they can sit down and put the shoes on.
There is nothing better than thrifting the bottom rows of CDs than when I can find a chair on wheels at the thrift store.
Oh yeah.
I use it. Heck yeah. I'm tall. I got a messed back. Yeah. So any chance I can, like when I was teaching the class in Portland, we got to a point where I was teaching the sports coat section, and we were near the furniture section, and there was tons of couches and chairs. So I said, hey, sit down, everybody, take a load off. And, I've always had, 1 or 2 older people in the class, and they'll find a chair here and there. I had the whole class sit because we've been on our feet for 3.5 hours at that point.
Right.
And it was kind of nice. They all got a little break. I was able to stand not amongst them, but in front, so to speak, a little bit more of on stage. Mm-hmm. It was nice. They had such a big couch section that everyone got to sit and relax while we chatted about stuff. So,
yeah. If you're hurting for tables, I'm kind of reading some in the chat, but what we have done, we have some old sawhorses, wooden sawhorses, and we've had tables that not tables, doors, that we've taken off of something. So we just lay the door across the sawhorses and make a nice table effect. But you definitely try and keep as much off the ground as you can. I mean, it just looks crummy. I'm sorry. I don't like it unless I'm hurting for space.
And you don't all own them, but Mom and I do. I have a couple actually. Yeah. When you have a clothing rack, especially on wheels, it makes it so much easier. I mean, I use my rack on wheels around my house because I'm working on big lots of clothes that stay in hangers. So it'll stay in the garage for most times. So right now we wheeled it into the house. Right. And I was in one room and we had company over yesterday, so I just wheeled it out of that room. So, it's one of those things you can find on Craigslist, offer up, you can thrift one.
Yeah. We've had ours
buy a new one
for years. I mean, they're just as handy as can be. Hey, Jason, go back to the other picture. I know they're kind of in the background, but I wanted to talk about the signs. Can we do that for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah. See the pink signs in the background? Now, those are some really nice signs, you guys. They're kind that you can, stick in the ground, and they're big and they're huge. And I know you can't read the writing real well, but make sure when you do your signs that they are in big black magic marker and bold. Don't make these skinny little lines. You can't read it. Don't make it tiny. Make everything as big and as visible as possible. I hate it when Dad and I are driving along and I see a garage sale sign, and down at the bottom you got this little tiny patch of where the address is and the dates and the time. You can't read it. You can't see it. And Dad and I start fighting. Well, what did it say? Well, I don't know. I couldn't even read the darn thing. Make them big, make them visible, make them clear. Every little bit helps. Dad and I went to garage sale today, and I have not done this, and this is a good feature. The guy had his sign, was a good sign, and he even said 2 miles. You know what I mean? So we knew it wasn't just around the corner. We had to go down 2 miles down the road, to get to the garage sale. So signs can't tell you how important good signs are. We've done a show on good signs, I think, haven't we, honey?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So Mary said she prints cards on collector's cards. I'm guessing for when she's profiling fancy stuff. MT Nesty said, I always use table covers, even just a fitted sheet improves it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep. Pam Reed, we have set up 2 ladders and put a rod between them. I've done that also.
Oh, yep, that's good.
Mr. Sadie said, I've used 2 buckets and a piece of wood or drywall. Yeah, so absolutely. But all that is demonstrating you don't have to have expensive fancy tables, fancy racks. but take what you got and make it easier to shop. Now we got. Oh, so yeah, here's a nice setup of jewelry and stuff too. Look how nice it is to shop.
I know. I mean, you just got to make it look good. You can do it. I mean, garage sales are a lot of work. There's no getting around that. Bottom line, they're a lot of work. But if you want to sell it, you got to make it look good. You just have to. And I've been to some bad ones, really bad ones. This is looking at an angle. I mean, we still have stuff inside the garage because we hadn't pulled it out yet, but this is all children's clothing. So we've got that all in one area. Oh, and then this is, the flea market that we did at Tiki Underground before we went to you at Lake George. So that was our booth set up there. And I'm trying to profile a lot of our chairs and things. And, and now I've gotten 2 crates. I got to find a couple more, but I got to find a ledge like Julie and Chris have. So I definitely want to improve on my booth. It was good, but not as good as it could be.
And that's the thing too. Always improve. Because you've done it for 20 years. Don't think there isn't something even better.
Right. Absolutely. So, but you try to just utilize the space as much as you can. And there's the clothing rack, pulled that out. And, again, with the sizing thing, the size breakers. So, your clothing isn't, and I see one hanger turned backwards. I like to go in and constantly adjust my hanger so they're all going the same way. That's my pet peeve. I like to do that as well.
Yeah, me too.
So I do that. But it was a hot day there too when we did it. Very warm.
All right. So there we go. That's about a half hour. That was pretty good. Yeah. Any other questions about, that's good too there, Punky. Pinterest has a lot of good booth ideas. Yep, yeah, absolutely.
And Sabrina had a good point. She says you have to think of a garage sale as a mini department store. And you're right. You do.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't want to go, you don't want to go in there and look at junk just thrown every which way.
Think about it from your angle. When you go to a garage sale, or a flea market, next time you're going to throw one, think about the last one you went to. Think about the good and the bad. Think about bending over, thinking about, all these shoes were up. I didn't have to bend over for them. That's nice. Yep. Now, some things you can't. Some things are,
right.
You're selling a 50-pound dumbbell. You're not putting that on the table. I get that. But when you can, do.
Yeah, another good point from TJ about using balloons, and I've definitely done that as well because you spot those balloons right away, and I always look for those when I'm out garage selling too. That helps, catches your eye.
Yep. All right. Each week we have 2 segments called Mama's Boy and That's My Mama. Usually cute and or embarrassing photos. So today I don't think I've shared this one exactly, and it's not the best look in my face, but you guys will get a good kick, especially if you've only known me for the last, let's say, 15 years. Because I went with the new no glasses look today. Hello. I decided to show a look when I had none of this and a lot of this. So here's my mama's boy from Christmas morning many, many years ago.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I had a lot of hair there.
Look at the couch we had. Oh, God. Love the hairdo, Jason.
No, I did have a very trimmed George Michael-esque beard.
Yep.
But, I had a lot of hair up there.
Mm-hmm. See, what happened to it?
Well, you can see in the front, it was thinning.
It was thinning bad. Yeah, it was.
But on the sides, it was huge.
That was when you were into Marvin the Martian, it looks like, huh?
It was absolutely huge. Now, we can't have Mama's Boy without That's My Mama.
Oh, this is a beautiful. Yeah. Are you all ready? Oh,
who is this? What is this?
How's the hairdo? Now that is all my hair, believe it or not.
Wow.
That was back when teasing was in. You would tease it, and then smooth it all over. And I was silver blonde, as you can see. If you look really close, I even have gray eyebrows because you had to make it all look like it belonged. And I think that was the 70s, you guys. Yeah, that was really 70s.
So are you just like leaning on a chair and that's like your sweater draped across it, or what's going on there?
Your Uncle Virgil, he was a photographer, and he wanted to take some pictures of me one time, and so I went into the studio and just doing a studio shot. So isn't that
portrait by Sears?
Yeah, I know. The silver blonde here is. I've been everything but black. I've never done black, and I probably never will. But
hey, don't sound like the president, Ma.
Yeah, no. Black won't do for Mom, but
that would be crazy.
Yeah, Yeah.
That would be
And the
crazy.
hairdo, it's the hairdo. Jesus, it's so bad.
How much hairspray was on that to,
Oh, tons, I'm sure. I'm tons because what you do, you would tease it all up and spray it before you would smooth it down. So you would get that big poofy look,
to have that video of you doing that.
Yeah. Mom's lived through a lot, haven't I?
Oh yeah. All right, let's get right to our scores. Mom's scores of the week, and they're always a variety. They were a hell of a variety this week.
Yeah, weren't they though? Yeah, we quite eclectic this week. This was a skimboard that we found at a garage sale. In fact, Mom picked this up. I was going out and I just saw it leaning against a fence in their yard, and I said, "How much?" And she wanted $10, and I said, "No." I says it was the last day of their sale, and I said, "How about 3?" And she almost threw me out, I think. But you know what? She sold it to me for 3 because she wanted to get out of her yard. This happened to be a very good skimboard. Now, I only sold it. I did not sell it for the 110. I sold it for $70, but it went out of the country to Israel, and the man paid me $152 in shipping, everybody. So, I know we've talked a lot on that subject, but when they want it, they want it. And, because he said, I noticed you showed, no international shipping. And so I figured it out for him and what it was going to be and sent him the note back, and he wanted the board. So, that's what happened with that. $152, a lot of money on shipping. That's all I can say, But yeah, so from $3 to $70, I was still very happy. Now, this was also at the flea market. We went down to Rogers Flea Market. I showed this on our haul. When we went into the booth, Dad went first. It was in the bag, dirty, dusty, had probably been sitting in a garage or an attic or somewhere for a long, long time because it was filthy dirty. So we really cleaned up this water ski. We spent $5 on it. We took the offer of $229 and sold it, and they were thrilled. I know. So real good score on that one. It was one of our better ones that week. But yeah, you guys, and I know, and I'm really thrilled that so many of you are selling water skis because I get your notes all the time. And I'm thrilled to pieces that you are making some money on your water skis because it's amazing what they'll buy. This just happened to be a competition type ski, Jason. I think that was probably why it was worth the bucks. But once we cleaned it up, it was gorgeous.
And to answer Empty Nesty's question, why doesn't Peg have international shipping? She does, but these couple items are so big, they just figured no one internationally would pay $150 to ship a ski or a skimboard. Right. But when someone wants it, they want it. So Mom definitely normally has international shipping, but some things get too heavy because there's also limits to who will carry your items. And so, I've had a friend sell a piece of a machinery that weighed 1 ton. Well, he could sell that domestically with a crane and a truck, but he couldn't ship that internationally. I mean, he could, but holy crap, who wants to deal with that? So when the customer contacted Mom, she's like, all right, let me figure it out for you.
I'll figure out. Yeah, I always offer international unless it's so heavy and big that, I know the price is going to be exorbitant, so I don't. This was just a beach towel that I picked up for a whole, not a quarter, but a whole 75 cents.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You're overpaying, Mom.
I know. And Mom's got so many beach towels that this is one I didn't need. So, I decided, well, I won't keep this one. And I got it I sold it for the $22. So, for 75 cents, I always think that's definitely a good investment. Always check beach towels when you go to, your sales, everybody, because I have sold a number of beach towels over the years and they sell pretty well, especially the Hawaiian tiki ones. People are always looking along those lines. And this was Body Glove. A lot of you might know the name Body Glove. So, definitely a good brand name as well.
When I had all that hair back in the day, I rocked a lot of Body Glove.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. All right. And now I have to tell you a little background on this. At one point when our house was all Southwest, this was hanging in our home. And so I went to list it and I did put Native American Indian. Well, I got a nice note from a gentleman who said, no, this is really more African. And he gave me the name of the tribe and everything. And he was just the nicest person. We wrote back and forth a little bit. So I changed my title. And before you know it, I had an offer. And because it had been listed for quite a while, Jason. So apparently Mom was in the wrong. And because of this nice gentleman writing me, I found out that it was the Yoruba tribe, African tribe. And So, I took an offer of $180. I had it listed for $199. I mean, it probably wasn't more than a couple of weeks later that, we got the offer. So I was thrilled to sell that. And with that nice information from the person that helped me out. So
now, oddly, I've seen in other groups that, if a fellow eBayer reaches out, no matter what, they're like, mind your own business.
Oh, wow.
And I have reached out to others, especially in the tiki world. I'm like, yeah, that's not at all what this mug is called.
Right.
And so, you don't have to, but sometimes it's nice just to help your fellow man for no reason other than just to help him. That guy didn't have to help Mom, but he reached out and said, hey, you got this wrong. And here's why he did it, because I've done it too. When I'm looking for something specific and and something comes up with the words I use and it ain't what I'm looking for, I'll let them know, like, hey, that is not
right. I mean, yeah. So
you're going to keep pissing off potential customers because they're going to see your listing, but your listing ain't right. So once your listing was right, you sold it.
Oh, I know. I mean, I couldn't think. In fact, after I sold it, I sent him another note and thanked him again for helping me. So, be nice to your fellow man.
Heck yeah.
And no kidding. And I think, let's see what you got next, honey. Which one? That's all right. Oh, okay. I showed this on the haul. I found these at a flea market. I should have bought a bunch more. I'm mad at myself. The woman had her store had closed, and she had these at the flea market. And she had a bunch in a basket, and I only picked up a couple, one for myself and one to sell. I should have bought them all. How stupid was I? Shame on me, because they were $1 a piece, and I ended up selling it for $15. It wasn't a lot, but that was the background on the store.
Were they all the same?
They were all the same.
Come on, Ma, you're not new to this.
I know.
Because all you got to do is either relist or quantity 20 or whatever.
I know. I'm kicking myself on. This was quite a while ago, that
But yeah, especially when you find a brand name, even if it's not going to be a big return, you'll make the money in the fact that you don't have to do the work more than one. So if you've got 20 of these,
I know.
Let's say you're making $10 a pop, but times 20 is 200. You only got to do the work one time.
Here's my block of wood. That's all I got.
There you go. Hey, I ain't bringing mine out.
I know. I was mad at myself, and I said, "Oh, you dummy."
Yeah. When you and actually, I have a thrift haul tomorrow, so in a minute I'm going to tease it. And I bought mass quantity of something the other day that you're all going to be like, "What?" But it'll be easy to list because I got like 6 of the same thing. And actually, I got 3 of one color and 3 of another color. I'm going to have 2 listings. Well, I don't have to, but I'm gonna. Yeah. But I only have to do a little bit of changing. I'll duplicate the listing and just change red to white, red to white, red to white.
I know. I mean I think I learned my lesson on that one. Next time that comes along.
Oh no, there was no forewarning of boobies.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh no, Mom's showing boobies. Yeah,
this is more than boobies.
Oh my mother.
I wanted to. And the reason I put these in, it was a good sale, but these glasses have seen better times because they're not supposed to show the nakedness until you put the drink in and it's cold. But they are, they don't work like they originally did. But the buyer didn't care. I bought them.
These are still great. No matter that, it's a bummer they don't work like they used to. Right. But it's still great because you can't buy stuff like this in this day and age. So
no, not at all.
To put these in the bar, they're still a ton of fun. So
yeah. So I spent $2 on the set of 4 and I sold it for 38, not the 49, but 38.
There you go.
But hey, whatever works. Okay, this one you're gonna like. This next one.
Oh yeah, I was so excited to see this. I was more excited about this than the boobies.
I know,
because the return is huge.
I know. We always pick them up. We always, especially if they have the clicker, you guys. This is the combination of VHS DVD player that Dad and I picked up for $3, and we sold that baby for a full price of $129.99.
I'm gonna stand up and give you a round of applause on that one.
Yeah, thanks. That was good. Of course, you can see it a lot of goodies that went with it, so that probably added a little bit to it. The man did send me a note, wanted to make sure it worked okay. And again, we tried our tapes and make sure that everything played, and it did. And off we sent it to him, and we said, "Yep, everything's working great. Just tried it again, just in case." Which was probably a good thing to do because in case he came back to us and say, "Hey, this doesn't work." Well, we just tried it, and it did work because how you kind of get that sometimes. So we tried everything, and everything did work fine. And when we sent it off, but yeah, great find, you guys. So keep your eyes out always for those combo players because they
right.
bring you
I
a
know
nice
you've
money.
all learned something today. We only got 31 thumbs up, and there's over 100 of you watching. So come on, before we go back to Mom's kick-ass scores and her new hauls, give us a thumbs up. I know you've all learned something today or reinforced something. That's for sure, because we've talked about DVD VCR combos quite a bit. But hey, boom, $130.
I know.
Give us a thumbs up. If not for me, for my mom. My mom just showed boobs.
Here's some of them. Did you see the comments in the chat? They give me what she says. Oh my God, Peg, you're the coolest mom ever. I'm more conservative than you are. And wait, Jason, did I give you those? Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Because the reason I showed these, or did I? No, we didn't have these before, did we? Or did we?
No.
Okay, these are men's pants. I didn't even know Lily Pulitzer made men's pants when I found these at a sale. I just never figured they did, and so it blew me away. And the thing of it was, if you look at the size, they're 36 by 28, so this is a shorter person. And I just thought the size was so odd that I don't know if these are going to sell, but they only cost me $3, and I sold these right away for $30, Chase.
There you go.
Yeah, boom. Yeah, I mean, so I was shocked by this one. This sale really fooled me because I did not think that these were going to sell. They're golf. They have a golf theme to them, so you know, the offer of $30 made me happy because I didn't think it was going to go.
Straight out of the 1800s.
I know. This actually belonged to me. This was Mom's.
I thought so. Actually, when I saw this, I go, "Oh, I think it's Mom's old."
Yep, that was one of my blue denim sets by Blue Bayou. Everybody, and I took an offer of $45 and accepted that. You know, so you know, it's just something Mom's had in her closet for a long time, and you know, just trying to move my denim. And then I'm going to finish off with this. This was my last set of Big Eyes, you guys, Lee Big Eyes. Remember, I bought 3 full sets at this garage sale that they were filthy, dirty, dusty, covered up, actually. I just happened to see one peeking out. And this set, the prior 2 sets I sold for the $69. And this last set, the guy gave me an offer of $55. And I was happy to say yes. So each set cost me 15 cents. So a 45-cent investment returned me $193, everyone. So yeah. And so yeah, you know, and I'll tell you this, if it hadn't been for our group, Jason, I would not have known about these, you know, because it happened to pop up in one of our segments somewhere and you sharing. And you know, so a big huge thank you to the Thrifting Board again, because you have made us profitable. I hope I've helped you guys be profitable. It's just amazing that, you know, what we have learned over the years from all the shows and everything. So yeah, Mom never would have known about those pictures had I not seen it, you know, on one of the Thrifting Board situations. Yeah.
Debbie says, show more boobies. We get more thumbs up that way. Ha.
I like it, Deb. I like it. Yeah.
All right. So before we see Mom's current haul, I want to let you know that tomorrow I'm back with Thrifty Business Thrift Haul number 58, and I got a special guest tomorrow, Cheryl White Cotton. Now, why Cheryl is my guest tomorrow is kind of a fun reason, and I don't have much to show because I've been busy traipsing around the country doing things. I do have some things to show, and I'm going to tease them here in a second. But Cheryl was in Vegas and hit all 6 savers. Now, you've been listening to me for a long time, most of you. You know, one savers is Crazy Town. One's the biggest one in the country. So we're going to get her reaction to all the 6 different savers. She found tons of good stuff. She had a couple Goodwill. She had a couple mom and pops. And I've only been previewed of 4 vintage rain spooners that were badass. So we're mainly going to focus on her haul and just her opinions of the stores around Vegas compared to where she lives. And we'll compare and contrast. But I am to be sharing some stuff. Pick this up for $1.50, and I'm going to give $30, and I'll talk about what this is tomorrow. I feel like my mother. I paid a dime for this cassette, and it's going to sell for $40. Nice. And I have a whole bunch of other cassettes I'm going to go over. And remember when I said I bought a bunch of the same shirt?
Yes.
I don't want to completely show it. I'm going to turn it inside out.
Okay.
Because I don't want to show the brand yet, but I want to show you something special about this shirt. Are you ready? Actually, I'm going to turn my camera off for a second. You talk, and then you'll see.
Okay. All right. When we start getting into my haul, everybody, It was quarter day today. That garage sale that I went to that said 2 miles down the road, I'm glad I stopped because it was the last day of their sale. Everything was a quarter. So when I get in to start showing you what these are, just remember it was quarter day for Peg, and found some goodies. I mean, no, not that they're going to sell for a lot, but definitely, I'll get a decent return.
All right. So when's the last time you saw a 7XL T-shirt?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you looking blurry?
Yeah.
What happened?
There we go.
There we go.
All right. So
yeah.
It's a dress on me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a night shirt. It's a night shirt.
A lot of 7XL shirts. We're talking about those tomorrow.
Yeah. I wouldn't turn those down ever. I would never pass.
All right, Mom, what'd you find?
Nice. Okay. All right. Let me get myself on the big screen here so I can see what I'm showing. So I was just telling everybody I did a lot of quarter shopping today. At that garage sale. Actually, I said I found some ink cartridges, everybody. And they were, he had 75 cents on them, but I just looked these up, and they are for an HP, and the numbers are there, and they're 3 different colors, and I'll probably get around $20 for the 3 of these. Okay.
Oh, real quick, the thrift haul tomorrow is 6 p.m. on the East Coast, 3 p.m. on the West Coast, just like
okay.
Today.
Oh, 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Okay, good. That's good for Mom. Yep. That is good for Mom. Then he had this. This was interesting. I mean, I don't buy a lot of mugs anymore, but this is a Tennessee Walker horse, which is quite unique. Still got his quarter tag on there. I wish the label was still good, Jason. I can't quite make it out, honey. It's all worn off. But in looking this up, I couldn't find the exact one of this. I found a couple other horses, but this type of mug probably will sell for around $20 as well. So for a quarter, hopefully around $20 on that. Okay. How about that, Jason, with the anthuriums on it, honey?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mommy, I probably won't give this one up. It is Japan for a quarter. Yeah, I will probably. In fact, I have anthuriums in my yard, so I will probably use that. But if I was to sell this, everybody, again, this is around a $25 vase. Okay,
nice.
So on that. Yeah, and that is a vase. That is not a tiki mug. I found this set.
Wow.
Price is still at it. Jason, these are enamel. You don't see enamel a whole lot anymore. The one is in better shape than the other. And they came out of Nantucket. The man even gave me the history on those. And they really are in pretty nice shape. And this was thrown in. It was the lobster party pack. So for my $1 investment, everybody, I'm going to list these for $40. These are quite nice. Quite nice.
Throw your claws up. Ooh.
Yeah. Jason, you're too young, but back in the day when Mom was around 19, probably, Bill Randall was a big DJ on WERE radio that Mom happened to be working at. When I got out of high school, living out in the country, I wanted to work in the big city. So I traveled into Cleveland and I worked at WERE radio station, and he happened to be one of the DJs on the radio at the time. And I lasted at that job for 6 months because the drive to and from was awful. I couldn't stand it. I really hated it. But I saw this at that garage sale today. This was a quarter, and it is dated 1973 as a personal letter from the DJ. So I'm hoping that, somebody will remember that. Couldn't find a darn thing on it when I did my research because, I'm sure he's not famous. But anybody in the Cleveland area that's probably around Mom's age might be looking for this. So I'm going to list it for between $15 and $20. So that's just an old time DJ from our area. Now, talking about, big sizes, I picked up this, here's how much it was. Ooh, 50 cents, 50 cents. Yeah. And it's not, it just Island is the name of the thing. But since I was totally out of big size shirts, this is a 2XL, and it's not, a fantastic print, but they didn't care. Remember when they were shopping in our booth, Jason? I mean, they were just looking for the big sizes, anything.
Absolutely.
Guys, so it's just got some nice Hawaiian flowers on it, and I will probably put that up for $25. Okay, all right, Jason, look at this baby. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. We stopped. We were out in Amish country because we went to an Amish flea market on Friday. Mom found the chocolate brown rotary dial phone. Yeah, and it was a little Amish lady, and she had this one and a push button sitting there, and she had no prices on them. And I said, I didn't offer a quarter; I couldn't do the quarter, so I offered her $1. And she said, well, how about $2 for both? The other one was a push button, which I did not want. I didn't see any value in that one at all. I said, no, I just want the brown one. How's it? Just $1 for the brown ones? She said, fine. I'm going to list this baby between 40 and 50 bucks. The brown's a good color. So when you are searching, I'll tell you what's really good that sells, if you ever find it, guys, is the one in gold. That's selling for around 100 to 150 bucks. So always keep your eyes out for the old rotary telephones.
Pinks do well too.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. They do.
Pinks do very well.
All right, let's go back to my quarters. Look, the price is still on these little puppies, but these are old-time plastic, Kleenex holders, Jason. And it does say, made in the USA back here. I don't think you probably can see it. Well, a little bit. Yeah, I can see it's kind of coming out there. But okay, opinion. Separately, you think, Jason?
Yeah. No. Are they exactly the same?
Exactly the same.
Okay, so I would do a multi-quantity listing of 2. That way, if someone needs 2 in their house, they can buy both from you.
Right.
If not, one will sell, then the other one will sell.
Oops, my back end fell off when they fell in the box.
Well, now they're not the same because you broke one.
Yeah, I will probably list both of them for around 20, 25 bucks, somewhere in that vicinity for that. Okay. This is not leaving the house, but just want to show everybody a piece of coral for $1, Jason.
Nice.
$1. I know. So, that will just go in our coral collection. All right, Jason. I need, what is this?
Well, it's lava stone and a weird pestle and mortar or poi pounder.
Poi pounder.
Usually the poi pounders are fatter on the bottom, though.
Yeah. But it is a poi pounder.
You found that in Cleveland?
I found that at an estate sale. How about that?
Yeah.
It was half price day. It was originally $15. I paid $7. Actually, they didn't charge me $7 what they charged me, $7. So I guess that's staying at Mom's house until you get it someday.
I like that.
All right. Oh, this was another quarter item, Jason, at the guy's house today. Tried to keep them all together, but I scattered out. I know everybody's going to say, well, what the hell is that? This is a fender, that for people that own boats, so you don't bump against the dock. I usually throw them out and decorate with them in our yard. But if I was to sell this, and I only paid $1 for it, guys, I could probably get about 25 bucks for this one, Jason. It's in pretty nice shape. So, I might sell it because we have a few of them that are, we don't need to do. Okay. Pick this up. Beautiful Lily jumpsuit.
You and Lily, I mean, all suddenly
like
pants.
I know, and this is really in nice condition, everybody. Let me see here.
Hey,
this was a half price day, so I paid $6 for it. It was 12, and I paid $6, and it is a size small petite, so definitely I'm gonna fit Mom. But yeah, really quite pretty, just in the white and green. So on the Lily, yeah, this is definitely probably around a $30 item at least, maybe a little bit more as I start to look at it there. Okay. And then I took this out of the bag because I wanted to see the whole print, but I found this at a garage sale the other day, a Tommy Bahama quilt and sham set, Jason. So this is the sham, and I paid, and then the quilt is, I'm not going to open up the entire thing, but it's quite pretty. And the quilt, she had $10 on it. I got it for $7. So I'm probably going to list this for around $80 or $90 because of being Tommy Bahama. Okay. There's that.
Very nice.
Yeah. Then, most of you know, a few weeks ago, a bunch of us from our How eBay meetup group went bin shopping. We had a blast. It was so much fun. I had such a good time. And these are a few things that I picked up at the bins, Jason. I'm going to keep this all together. I picked this up. It was $1.39 a pound for clothing. And this is a Temtex Western shirt. And I'll probably get this around $20, Jason. This is kind of good looking. Let me slow down here a little bit so you can see the front. Okay.
And what keyword are you not going to forget to put in your title?
Oh, I forget.
You already forgot.
I did.
All right, Jen, what keyword does she want her title? That would not be the norm.
Oh,
not cowboy, not Western.
No, I forget, Jace. I forget, honey. To refresh Mom's memory.
Chat's going to tell us in 3, 2, 1. Nope.
No, not.
But it was pretty awesome timing. James, yes, Tom, you were 1 second off, Tom.
Yep.
But Jane, rodeo would be good too. But rockabilly was what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Thank you guys, because I will use those. Okay. All right. Then, oh, I got some neat purses. This is my favorite. This purse I think is just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's an old straw one. I'm surprised we didn't sell this at the flea market or the tiki flea last week, because it's such a gorgeous one. But they weren't shopping too much for purses, were they, Jace?
Yeah, I sold a couple, and I had a few more that I thought would have sold. But yeah, they weren't looking.
This is really beautifully clean inside. And Kim Gordon did help me out on this one. And she thinks I should probably list this for around $55.
Oh yeah, when you sent her that picture, she was like, "Whoa, that's amazing."
I know. I mean, just the crewel work up here is just gorgeous. So, this was, like I say, in the purses were. Oh, let me think. The purses were, I think, $2 at the bins. Okay.
Of course they were $2.
Yeah, $2. And then this one. Now, I don't know if anybody knows this person. Her name is right on her bags. Holly A. Jones. And
Holly A. Jones.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't find anything on her, so she's probably nothing all that important. But she does have a certificate.
Here, I'll do a Karnak. Holly A. Jones.
Yeah, there we are. So, it's just a cute little burlap bag, but, for the money, I was just picking up anything because I thought this might sell. So, probably $15-20 on that. And then we found this one. This is really a nice leather bag. Liz Clybourne. It's got what I like about it's got lots of compartments, in here. Lots of zipper compartments, guys. Very clean. Lots of stuff, and the labels there, nice, and the leather's in good shape. No bad markings on it. So I'll probably list this for around $20-25 on that purse. Then, Jason, I finally took a cue from you, honey, and because when I saw these, I said, oh wow, these are looking awfully nice. This is the first one I found. This is my first attempt at a man's jackets. I haven't done any of these, so I'm going to do that now. This label. This is Evan Picone, and some of you may remember this name, the May Company. That was one of the huge department stores in the Cleveland area, along with Higbee's and Hallie's, all downtown Cleveland. So here's the label. Okay. So we're talking vintage here, because May Company's been gone a long time.
Yep.
Higbee's was the last one to stick around before they disappeared. But it's got the patches on the elbows.
Those always do well, and especially for hipsters nowadays.
Yeah, and does say made in the USA, right on the
here's that rare product where made in the USA is not a thing to trumpet. People want their sports coats and their suits made in European countries.
Somewhere else.
So that's a rare time where, of course, you're still going to put it, but it's not like made in the USA vintage Levi's. That has a panache that people want. Gotcha. Whereas people are like, oh, I want to see this made in Italy or Spain.
Yeah. I think the vintage, the Make Company would be
yeah. I mean, like I said, it's not a bad thing, but it's not the same level as like USA Levi's.
But it's nice. It's got the herringbone on it. Oh shoot, drop one of those things. So I do like that about that. Okay, and then the other one. I mean, they must have all been from the same guy. You know how you run into that. And jeepers creepers. I have got to get those other kind. You
will someday before we end the show. It's only been going on a couple years now.
All right. And then this one is a John Alexander made for the May Company. So there's the tag on that one. Kind of more like a herringbone again, I guess. And a really pretty gray. I mean, these are all in beautiful condition. So you figure at $1.29 or $1.39 a pound, maybe this cost me a couple of bucks, Jace, And the last one. And this is Joseph Feiss, Feiss. And this is the one worth the most money, 100% lamb's wool. So most of these I'm probably going to go.
Nice.
Yeah, around this one here, Jason, about $50-$55. The other one's around between $30 and $40. And what have you been selling yours for?
I haven't put anything. Well, I just put a suit up yesterday. I haven't put anything new up lately. I haven't delved in, but I mean, I usually get the jackets that are good. Especially those ones like with the patches on. Like I said, the hipsters love them nowadays. So you're gonna get $35-$40 for them.
Okay.
And once you get the hang of one or two of them, they're pretty easy because they're, for the most part, they're all the same.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good to know. Good to know. But the Joseph Feiss thing was good. I just threw these in just because. I don't know. Maybe I showed this already. Did I show this T-shirt last week? Oh no.
No.
No, this is called Brewers Alley Restaurant and Brewery. I just thought it would be cute. In Frederick, Maryland, we go to Frederick for crab all the time, but we don't know this place. I'll have to look it up. But this cost me 10 cents. You know what I mean? And last but not least, no. One more thing. I haven't had a chance. I know everybody's going to say, well, what the heck are those? Well, we used to use these all the time, everybody. This is what our fruit used to come in, especially strawberries. But these are the old time ones, and you just don't see them anymore. The whole stack was $1, and I'm going to probably put these up for $20. Okay. But yeah, don't pass these up. People look for those, and they like to decorate around their houses with those. So don't pass those up. And then, okay, did I show this, Jason? I can't remember if Mom showed this or not. I had stuff.
It's backwards and
it's backwards. Okay, wait. Here we go. How about that? There we go. How's that? Can you see that?
So I see it's inaugural season. I think it's the Lake Erie
Monsters. I think
single A baseball team blanket. I think.
Yeah. I mean, Cub Cadet was the sponsor. Let me see if I can get this up here. Yeah, Lake Erie Monsters. Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, it was cheap, and I just thought, I never know. Someone around here might be after that. And I think that is it. Did I forget anything today? No, I didn't. That's it. There you go.
Chris Brown saying Lake Erie Monsters is hockey. Did I screw that up? I thought they were the baseball team.
Oh well, no, it says AHL, so it's hockey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was the team you went to the night you got the Joe Boo bobbleheads?
Oh, that was I can't think of it.
I didn't mean to do this, but it's more fun to watch this anyway.
Yeah. Oh shoot. What is their name over there? I almost had it. I can't think of it. The baseball team. That's where I got Joe Boo. Yeah. I'm sorry. Anybody out there from Cleveland can help me out? Lake Erie. Oh, I can see their big sign.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Captains there. Chris Brown's helping us out in the chat.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for the help.
All right. So tomorrow, like I said, Thrift Hall with Cheryl Whitecotton at 6 p.m. East Coast, 3 p.m. West Coast. I'm actually heading back to Portland this week for another Tiki event. Mm-hmm. So after tomorrow, there'll be no shows the rest of the week. But the following week, we'll be back with Thrifty Business. I'll be back with another Tiki adventure from Mom and I and Stacy and Dad's vending in upstate New York. And Mom and I will be back 2 weeks from today with another selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50.
2 weeks from today, I'll be in Las Vegas.
Well, I was just going to say, I think 2 weeks from today, we'll be doing it live together.
Yeah. We'll have to see what we can come up with. Dad and I'll have to go thrifting on Saturday so I can have a haul. How's that? For sure. One piece of information from us. This Thursday is our Ohio meetup group, everybody. Back at Tiki Underground.
Where's the artwork?
I know. I always forget it.
Every week. I'm like, every month, I'm like, where's the artwork?
Son of a gun. It'll be at 6 o'clock at Tiki Underground, and our guest speaker will be Chris Brown. Chris is going to talk to us on cassettes, and also Terry Childress, and she's going to do a little social media for us as well. Terry is going to help us out. So so we got a nice full program, and we're looking forward to it because we haven't all been together. Just our group for about 2 months now, because the last time we had the big meetup with the people from the Akron area. So if any of you are watching, come and join us at our meeting this coming Thursday. Okay.
And Dean, Debbie didn't know what you meant, but I know what you meant, Dean. Debbie, that was a quote from Major League, the baseball movie about the Indians. Up your butt, Joe Boo.
Yep.
It's okay, Debbie. It was fine.
Yeah, you have to be a Cleveland Indians
fan. Yes, you have to watch that movie 1,000 times. So.
Yeah, right. For sure. So we might do a show live then when Mom comes out, huh?
Yeah, let's do it that way. All right, cool. All right.
Sounds good.
This week for selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50. I'm Jay.
I'm Peg. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
And we're gone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.